Welcome. This is Robert Sarzo, and you're listening to Voodoo Man Radio Show. And today we have the beautiful Dale Bozzio. How are you, Dale?
Thank you. I'm fine, thanks.
Great to see you.
Very nice to be here.
Here we are in beautiful San Pedro, California.
Beautiful view, yeah. Look at those boats going by. I'm about to leave. No, I know. I'm kidding. Yeah, beautiful place you have over here.
Yes.
Boats and the ocean. Is that the ocean? I don't know.
That is the ocean.
I think it's a drop
It's a
lot.
canal.
Okay.
And
it's a canal. Oh, that's it.
There's a cruise ship coming in.
Nice.
That's the Catalina Express, by the
Beautiful.
way. That's coming
Beautiful.
in.
We'll have to hop a ride on that Catalina Express.
Well, we can do that
later. We'll call
later.
them later.
I just want to say, you look wonderful. You look
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you so much.
And I love...
compliments will get you everywhere.
I love, the color choices that you're wearing. I think it's great.
Thank you.
It's a sunny day.
From one feather to another.
So, you've been doing a lot of musical work. I have been really reading up on everything that you have done and still doing besides, performing live. And one of the cool things is that I found that, I don't know if everybody knows, but you are a bunny, a Playboy bunny.
I was a Playboy bunny, Boston's bunny of the year for 1976.
1976?
76.
How cool is that?
I was 21.
Well, once you're a bunny, you'll always be a bunny.
That's very true. Yes, I was a bunny at 18. The day I turned 18,
oh my gosh,
I was a
cool.
yoga instructor at the European Health Spa, and the bunny mother came in, and I sold her a membership and taught yoga that day, and she said, "Don't you want to be a Playboy bunny?" I said, "Well, gee, I never really thought about it." And so she said they were having auditions, so I went to the audition, and it was this 6-week training, and I was like, I don't know, really. I was going to college at the time. I was going to Emerson College because I wanted to be a movie star. That was my main objective in life, is to be a movie star and make a black and white movie. And I was a little too late for that effect. Things got real modern real quick on me.
You can still, do it.
Yeah, now I can. Yeah, sure. Everybody would probably think I'm a little crazy, but yeah, no, I see things in black and white. So I think I have to kind of, I always add a little color to myself to wake me up. To keep me knowing what I do, because obviously I'm not a rock star 24/7. I just play music, and I just happen to get caught in this loop with some amazing musicians like Frank Zappa and Prince, Terry Bozzio and Warren Cucurullo, and it goes on from there. I mean, even the band I have now, they are half my age for sure, and they're whippersnappers. And for me to keep that music alive, it's a master of the music, because it's very intricate. And because I did work with Frank Zappa, my taste is very impressive. Can't please me with just a little bit of something. I wouldn't be able to just go and play a concert with people that I can play with. And it's beyond making money at this point. It's now a legacy to keep alive, really, till I die.
And you're doing a great job at it. We already did the Rock and Blues in Huntington Beach last year.
That's where I'm going.
And we're going to do it again in April 8th.
That's
with
right.
Diane and the Deductibles, which is the group that I work with. And,
awesome.
With Diane Adams and
which is here
it's also
tonight.
her production. She's right here. Hi,
She's
Diane.
right here.
Hi.
Here's Diane. We got you. We got the whole team here.
Mm-hmm. And what's really interesting is I did definitely. I'm a musician, and I did pick up the concept that you chose really great players. It's not just a opposing band. Everybody can hold their own in the group. The great players, and also watching all the videos that you have done, it was very entertaining to watch the band, but as well, everybody they were exceptional players. I mean, everybody had really great chops. So I can understand where you're coming from working with Frank Zappa because, you know.
No mistakes could be
Zappa's
made
a genius,
with Frank. And it was just the way it was. And I was actually one of the only females that was really on the road with him or in the studio with him.
How was it touring with him?
I never went on stage with him, but I did go on the road with him. I was all over Europe in the late 70s. And,
how was he intense?
They treated him like the king of rock and roll. I mean, for me anyway, he is. I don't see anybody other than Frank when it comes to playing guitar and music. You know, really, for me, he was such a perfectionist. But we laughed so much that I knew him as in a different mode. I knew his laugh mode was so off the regular norm. He had an odd sense of humor, and so do I. I mean, I came from a Roman mob background, and my father would meet me at breakfast with a shot glass and a 45. You know, that's what I knew on the Formica table. When I heard those both noises, I knew my dad was up and breakfast was cooked, and I was up and at him. So I don't know from the norm anyway. And when Frank,
discipline.
No discipline whatsoever. It was a 24-hour parade at my house. And when I met Frank, he opened that world to me to let me still play my parade. And he didn't force me to be a normal person. So we were friends immediately. But I met him in the awkwardest, oddest times of my life. I walked out on Frank Zappa in one morning. I was supposed to be at Frank's at Hefner's house at 10 o'clock on February 10th, 1976, because I was just Playboy Bunny of the Year, as we spoke about before. And my meeting, when I went to meet Frank, Hefner, he was at the top of the stairs and he wouldn't come down to meet me in the office. And his secretary walked out and I said, "Could you tell Frank, Mr. Hefner, I really, I have a previous engagement and I'm going to leave if he doesn't come down and talk to me." And she's like, "Well, here's your magazine. You're in the book." And I said, "Well, thank you very much." And he just kept standing there waving me up the stairs. And I said, "Mr. Hefner, I have a previous engagement, so I guess I'm going to leave. Thank you for your time." And I jammed. I was so angry that he wouldn't see me. I drove 3,000 miles from Boston to make this appointment, and I'm always on time. I might say I'll be late, but I'll be there. If I make an appointment, or even to myself, I do that. I do the things I tell myself I'm going to do. That's why I'm successful.
You're disciplined. You have to.
That's why I show up for my life. And it just happened to be an odd life. Yeah. But I love it even still.
I don't think it's odd.
Well, it is odd for normal people.
I think it's, who's really normal? I think we're the normal people.
Well,
they're the odd ones.
Okay, good. I can move in your house next.
I'm on a boat. I don't know if you want to do that.
No.
That's normal.
Yeah, you're good. You're doing good.
With four doggies.
Okay, well, I'm off the boat. I'm off the bus.
But I'm always rocking. Being on the road, you're going from a tour bus to a boat. That's big.
Well, yeah. And Frank said to me one day. So let me tell you. So I walked out on Hefner, and I drive down the lot to SIR Lots, because I'm like, now it's the end of the line.
No, this is SIR where?
That
New York?
Day, or right here in L.A.
In L.A.
In L.A.
Yeah.
I leave Hefner's house, the mansion. He wouldn't talk to me. That was my job. I'm supposed to be the Valentine on Valentine's Day at the front door, nude, wearing a red Valentine, and I was going to get $500. And possibly move in the mansion. I was going to do all these things. I was going to hang out here, the pad for a couple of weeks. Like, oh my God. I drove 3,000 miles. He wouldn't even talk to me.
Wow.
So I was really appalled. And I had a 1969 Firebird, 5-speed, double seats, Recaro seats with a convertible.
Well, what did you have, a
Navy
Hearst
blue.
stick shift?
Yeah.
Hearst?
On the floor.
Yeah.
And I drove with the top down, navy blue, all black interior from Boston to L.A. with 2 Playboy bunnies. Yeah. After Hefner walked out on me, they flew back to Boston and left me standing there.
Oh, my God.
I peel out in the car, right out of the mansion. I go down to SIR in Hollywood, and I'm like, all right, I'm done now. I'm on E. I'm starving to death. I haven't got a penny, and I'm going to have to call my bunny mother and tell her I walked out on Hugh Hefner. So I'm walking on the lot, and I hear Frank Zappa's music, and on the wall there's a big semi-door, front door. It says, "If you value your life, do not open this door." I went, very funny. I'm dressed like I'm on all black leather, looking like a waif with these bangs, this long blonde hair. Like I'm like thinking I'm coming to make a movie in Hollywood, right? Like fresh out of quitting Emerson, walking out on Playboy, standing here on E in Hollywood, thinking I'm going to make it. And there's Frank's door, and the sign says on his door, "If you value your life, don't open this door."
So you must.
So I open the door, and there's Frank standing there, and he goes, "Oh, what are you doing here from Boston?" I said, "Oh my God, Frank, you remember me?" He goes, "How could I forget you?" And he goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Well, I'm hungry. I'm on E, and I don't have a job because I just walked on a Hugh Hefner." And he said, "And what are you going to do now?" I said, "Well, I don't know." He said, "Well, I got an apple over here, and let me introduce you to this band."
Yeah.
I said, like thinking to myself, "Yeah, that's exactly what I need, Frank." So he goes, "This is Ted Bozzio, this is Eddie Jobson, and Patrick O'Hearn." Patrick O'Hearn ultimately was in Missing Persons, and I married Terry Bozzio, and he was in Missing Persons.
Yeah.
So to make a long story short, so Frank says, "Well, I guess you need a job." I went, kind of. Yeah, I need a job. Yeah, something. I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, I have a job for you. You can be Mary tomorrow, 9 o'clock at the studio, and you're on the payroll. How's $500 a week, plus insurance?" I went, "Plus insurance, Frank?" I said, "Frank, I don't know how to sing. I came to Hollywood to be a movie star. I can't sing." He said, "Well, you can sing first and be a movie star second. With that accent, I'm going to make you a household word." And I laughed and I said, "Yeah, okay, sure, Frank." It's really funny.
Isn't it? It's so interesting how the whole thing worked out, and then from there...
Yeah, isn't it? It's kind of like a little miracle that just kind of slapped me,
it's
bang.
The
There you go,
universe,
kid.
the universe, kind of sets things up,
Speaks
Sometimes
for itself.
you shoot for a goal, you shoot something, and then you get a little bit sidetracked.
That's kind
actually...
of what Frank was saying, I know you came here to be a movie star, you stupid little idiot girl, but that ain't going to happen. He didn't want to blow it for me.
Yeah.
Because in 1972, I climbed up this fire escape that was 3 flights at the Boston Orpheum Theater, Boston Music Hall. And Frank was on the road touring with the yellow. I can't think of it now. Anyway, it was 72. I climbed up this fire escape. The show was almost over, right? I climbed in the bathroom window, and I climbed down, opened the door, and there was Frank standing there. And he looked at me, and he said, "What are you doing here? How did you get in here?" I said, "I climbed in the bathroom window, or I climbed up the fire escape because I'm your biggest fan." And he said, "Smothers, give this girl a backstage pass." I said, "I got 2 other girls following me in the back, and they're coming in the window, Frank." He goes, "Okay, give it 3 backstage passes." I go, "Thanks, Frank." He goes, "Listen, it's my last song. I'll be right back." I go, "Okay." He goes, "Wait right here." So I go, he goes, plays his last song, comes out, and he says, "You want to go out to dinner?" I said, "Sure." He goes, "You got a car?" I go, "Yeah, definitely. Come on back down and we'll go out the side door. It's parked across the street." So we go down, we get in my car. I forget the year now, but it was a yellow Delta 88 Oldsmobile, yellow, with the top down, right? So Frank goes, "Okay, let's go. Drive me over there." Now, the whole time, I have a learner's permit. I don't have a driver's license,
gosh.
right? I'm just a kid. I'm 16 years old, right? And it was the 200 Motels tour that he was doing. He had like a 24-piece orchestra with him. It was insane, right? So he goes, "Okay, come on, we're going to go meet everybody and have a bite to eat." So we go to this restaurant. He's got the whole room. He's got like 40 people in the room, right? And I'm sitting next to him. The girls are sitting next to him. We're all laughing and joking. Now, he doesn't know I don't have a driver's license, obviously. right? So Frank goes, hey, come on, let's go get in Dale's car, because I got the top down, right? So we all go back out, we get in Dale's car, right, which is my mother's car, right? and I just met my mother. I had just moved into her house, like I had known her my whole life, brought up on my dad. And I moved in the house, and I know I got to have the car home by midnight, or she's going to kill me. I'm not even supposed to have this car. So I get out of the restaurant. Frank goes, okay, Holiday Inn, Cambridge, let's go. I go, oh, yeah, I know exactly where that is. It's on the way to my house. Thinking, Frank, why don't you just come over my house for a little while? So anyway, he goes, come on, we got a big party. So we pull into the hotel. Bunny, my friends, the kids, the girls jump out of the back of the top down. Frank gets out. He goes, say, come on, you coming up to the party? He goes, well, I say, Frank, I'm looking at the clock. I go, Frank, it's 11:45, and I got to have this car home by midnight, or my mother will kill me. And Frank, I'm not old enough to go to your party. I'm only 16 and a half years old. He goes, oh, right, then you're not going to the party? and I love you. And he took me by the shoulders, and he kissed me on the forehead.
Oh.
And I drove away and left the girls, and I cried all the way home, but I got the car home on time. And I finally get the car back. I cry. 4 years goes by. And here I am. I walk into Frank that day, and Frank says, you got a job. You're Mary on Joe's Garage.
Oh, my
I make
gosh.
this album, Joe's Garage. I deliver a speech called On Packard's Goose, which has gone down in history. I'm 62 years old. I was 22 years old.
Oh, my God.
I do the whole record with Frank. And Frank and Terry, and I moved into Terry's house the next day. Terry and I stayed together for 9 3/4 years.
Wow.
And shows my loyalty. And through that whole time, we had a relationship with Frank that was immeasurable. So I just want to tell you my life story, in 2 seconds.
Don't say it all, because
we're going to have another show.
We have so much more to talk, and I just want to remind your audience that on April 8th, you're going to be in Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach Library.
Yeah, Huntington Beach
Theater.
Library, and we'll post also on the internet how everyone can get the Rock and Blues tickets. So everyone come down, and it's going to be a great event. It's a really nice theater. And
with Diane and the Deductibles.
Yeah, and stay tuned for next week, because we're going to be bringing Dale back, and we got to finish up all the stories that we got.
Really, we'll move on from there. But anyway, I'm a big Frank Zappa fan. So,
so am I.
Sorry,
So
to be so monopolizing your show on Frank, but I idolize Frank.
Me too.
And second of all, the Huntington Beach Library Theater.
We'll see you there, Huntington Beach. Bye, y'all.
See ya.